Hello, today we're going to be talking about using wood as a biofuel um, for our project on different biofuels that we can use. Something interesting is that a lot of people don't really realize that wood is a biofuel, but all you really need for a biofuel is biomass, which is the wood. So it works out. Um, Wood has been commonly used for fuel for a really long time. Ever since humans really discovered fire, it's been a necessary part of it. It's not the most efficient though. That's why we've sort of stopped using it. Uh, at least in sort of more modern countries. A lot of third world countries it's still used because it's a very good option. It's not entirely expensive if you have access to it. Um, but people ignore it as a biofuel option due to how common it is. Uh, Now, where does it come from? Obviously, it comes from plants. Photosynthesis lets these plants get bigger and bigger, which is how you can sort of get to the point of things like the redwood trees in California, where if we were to use one of those as biofuel, it would be a lot more efficient than using a small bush that you find on the ground, right? Now, some of the drawbacks of using wood as a biofuel is that it's not entirely efficient, so you need to use a lot of it to get the same effect as you do for other fuels. And because of the fact that wood is very limited in how it is, it makes it not very desirable. Also, collecting the wood or collecting mass amounts of wood can be really expensive, and a lot of the times, payoff isn't really worth collecting it. And also, in the end, humans are going to be using more wood on average than we produce per year. So, biofuel, or in terms of biofuel, wood definitely isn't the best. In terms of fuel in general, it's probably the worst. Um, so a lot of people aren't going to be using it as a biofuel, also because there are so many other uses for it, things like construction, building, um, just flooring, anything like that. Uh, Again, not really the most cost effective to gather and use. Um, if funding weren't an obstacle, even if you didn't have to justify, you know, the cost of going out and collecting it, it's still not really worth using if cost wasn't a problem.